Greetings, everyone. Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi. I am an energy healer, or a spiritual alchemist, and a channel to the divine. You can find me on my website, angelicalchemyholistichealing.com, as well as Facebook and Instagram and Rumble. I practice angelic alchemy hypnotherapy, which is a past life regression involving the aid of the beautiful archangels, the divine in the universe that aid in healing mind, body, and soul, traumas from past lifetimes, as well as anything else that is attached to anyone that is not for their highest good, helping souls to remember themselves and activate themselves further for their journey here on Earth and within this universe, which involves using a lot of sacred alchemy, dragons, elemental beings, divine guides that aid us in the sessions, making them absolutely beautiful and pure for our healing. I also practice angelic alchemy Reiki, as well as quantum Akashic reading. I am a spiritual mentor, so if you're interested in a one-on-one mentorship program with me, you can email me or you can book a session for the same. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm excited, as you all must be as well, for this beautiful day. Are you all feeling the energies that are flooding our beautiful Earth, Mother Gaia, and all of us with beautiful light codes and activations? It's been a while now. This whole year has been very, very extremely activating for the collective, individually as well as for the collective. And recently, most recently, the 3rd of July, which is the super full moon, the buck moon that we just had, has been a very powerful activation time for all of us here on Earth, as it has been, and it is going to be the most powerful super moon of this year. And we can say that because it is on that very day that the Sirius StarGate portal opened up as well. And as we are aware, the Sirius StarGate portal, the main dates for those are, the main date for it is August 8th, which is 8/8, the Lion's Gate portal, as we all know it, and we celebrate it each year. It is a milestone in our journey for sure, and I think all of us do look forward to it. That has been open since this Monday, since the super full moon, and we've been feeling all the energies coming in. And on special days like today, which is 7/7/7, and future upcoming days as well, July 13th will be a very important date as well. It's going to peak on some days and it's going to be calmer on some days, as we can see in our Schumann resonance as well. So today it's going to peak up, and there are many other days from now till August, and there's no really cap to it, at least at the end of August, September, it rolls in. We're going to feel heightened energies coming in. And so I wanted to talk about a few topics that were coming up that I was curious about and talking to the angels and my guides about, and I thought I'll share with you as well, whatever I know of it. So just understanding what the Sirius StarGate portal is in simple layman terms, it is the beautiful appearance of the Sirius star, which is from the Canis Major constellation. It is one of the brightest stars in the sky, and in the mornings, as we see it these days, it is really very, very close to Earth. It almost looks like a second sun. It is extremely bright, and you can see it at dawn. And this beautiful star is responsible for every year bringing in bridging in the most powerful activations for Earth, and we are in that time phase now. And as these energies are coming in, these upgrading codes are coming in, basically what it means is that the divine, the guides, the galactics, our benevolent galactic soul families are using Sirius, the star and the Stargate, the portal that is open, as a bridge to send in energies from the universe onto Earth for ascension, activations, healings, whatever we need those energies for. These energies contain sacred codes, which are very specific to individuals, and they're also in general for the collective. So, for example, as the codes come in, depending on also what race you are, and it doesn't matter whether you're Arcturian or Pleiadian, or you're Sirian, or you're Andromedan, every single person is going to receive these codes. We're going to receive our own individual galactic soul's origin codes. So for example, if you're Venusian, you're from Venus, those codes are definitely coming in, but you're also going to be receiving the other DNA codes, the other DNA, the other races that that you have been, that is present and prevalent in your DNA. You'll be receiving codes for those as well. So if you've been a Nocturian, if you've been an Andromedan, if you've been a Pleiadian, you've been a Lyran, you know, you would have all of those DNA strands within you, and all of those individual strands would get activated as well. And sometimes, many times during such portals, we also receive more soul fractals, which could be our higher selves integrating further within us, which I'll talk a little bit later after healing ascension symptoms. And as that happens, as you receive another fractal integration or another higher self integration through the light codes that are coming in, that gets added to the DNA, and then that's how the DNA gets upgraded as well. And that's how you remember yourself and activate yourself further. So if you've been feeling those energies coming in, and you're feeling a little different and a little more activated, more gifts activated, more awareness, heightened gifts, heightened awareness, it's because of these light codes that are coming in, and perhaps you received another higher fractal integration of your higher self that has come in. So congratulations for that, and enjoy that. And also, as this beautiful Stargate portal opened, there are more dragons that have come onto Earth, in and around Earth, actually. So they'll be coming in the physical, in the forms of course, the beautiful animal fur companions that we have. And I personally know a lot of people that are in the process of bringing in their beautiful fur babies. And that is an intuition that they followed. So their higher self intuitively guided them to bring in their dragons in the form of fur companions. And so there are a lot of dragons that have come in from through this portal as well. And Earth right now, apart from its own beautiful crystalline grid, it also has a dragon grid around it, which is supporting it, protecting it, bringing in these activation codes, as well as ensuring that everything goes as per plan, as per the organic divine plan, guided by the beautiful galactics and source, of course. And these dragons are also a part of the bridge. They're also a part of bringing in the sacred light codes, as they are one of the purest channels to these sacred codes coming in. Some of them are permanently stationed in and around Earth. Of course, as you know, the ley lines are actually dragon lines, but there's also like a covering around Earth, almost like a gridding, like a protective layer of dragons around. And it's just, it's very emotional, and it's really very beautiful to connect with their energies, as we all, as many of us do carry the dragon energies within us, but every single one of us has a dragon companion. So it'll be beautiful to connect with your dragons now and see if there's any other dragon that is reaching out to connect with you. It's another beautiful activation that you can receive in remembering another part of you, your dragon self and your dragon friends and companions. The other topic that I wanted to talk about is, which always comes up during such times, and not just during portal days, but otherwise as well. There's just so much talk about it on various Facebook groups as well, where people are checking in with each other about the symptoms that they're experiencing, and they ask and they wonder if they are ascension symptoms. So sometimes, so this is something which is very individual, and it is a beautiful opportunity to do inner work, self-healing, and self-realization and self-awareness, really connecting with the you within you, the higher self within you, to find individual answers for yourself. While collectively, yes, we all feel collective ascension symptoms, but a lot of them they start with individual symptoms. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So a lot of people experience when these light codes come in, and you feel exuberance as these energies start up. So pretty much like, I think it was a week or two back as just recently, when we were going through the Schumann resonance, and it had the beautiful sacred code, sacred geometry within it. I remember 2 days before that being woken up at 3 a.m. and unable to sleep and I had to meditate. I just took to meditation and just went within, and within that meditation, I fell back asleep, but it was a very activating time as well. So as soon as these floodgates open and the light energy, the light codes start coming in, the first feeling is of exuberance and heightened energy within us. And as we go, we start experiencing other symptoms as well. So there are, a lot of symptoms that people talk about: headaches, backaches, a lot of purging from the stomach area as well as throat infections come up. So just looking into that a little bit deeper. So some of these areas, if you notice, most likely they will not be new to these individuals. These are areas that these individuals have perhaps most likely been dealing with all their lives. And what happens is, when we have these heightened energies coming in, as these light codes and these high frequency codes, high frequency energy goes into our cells, our molecules, our atoms, everything that we are made of, it pushes forth, it brings into our awareness any blockages that we have. Because, for example, just taking a throat chakra, for example, as these light codes come in and someone has a problem in their throat chakra, so they've always had throat infections or, sinus problems, as these energies come in, the light energy needs to fit in somewhere. So as it goes in, it's going to make space for itself, because light codes coming in, the sacred light codes coming in, are organic and they're very powerful. They're pure source energy. As soon as they come in, they will automatically, organically push to the surface and bring into our awareness any blockages that we have, because all this light energy is telling you is, this needs to go so I can stay here. So that's why these symptoms come up. And they're a beautiful hint for us to self-heal ourselves, to body scan ourselves, to see what it is that we are holding on to, that we are ready to release. And so therefore, if you're feeling symptoms in your throat chakra, then you go within and you meditate and you find out, is this individual to me, higher self? And you receive those answers. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, where is this coming from? It's a childhood trauma when you weren't allowed to speak in school. The teacher was very strict. Or it is a parent that did not allow you to express yourself. Or it was a friend circle that you were part of, or office, whatever it was, that environment was. It comes up and you go into that timeline and you start healing yourself and saying to yourself, it's okay. At that moment, I learned a lesson to really honor myself and speak up and be honest with myself and speaking and expressing what I truly feel. And I didn't do it in that moment, but I understand now why I didn't do it, because at this moment in time and space, I honor myself and I understand now that it was meant to be done. That was a lesson to teach me how it felt to not be able to express myself. And as I shut down my throat chakra at that point, I started hurting myself because it became a blockage. And then, the infections, sore throats, and, sinus glands getting blocked, they all manifest into physical blockages. And so now that you've experienced it, now that you've realized where that came from, you say, I let go, I release it. I would like to go in and help that version of myself then, and say to that time and space, it is okay. You've learned your lesson, let it go. We are going to learn to express ourselves. Release it. You forgive yourself for being in that situation. You forgive others because honestly, they did not put us in that situation. We were just learning a lesson. So you just forgive them and you actually thank them for the lesson that they gave you, and you send them love. And you do this with the most infinite love in your heart, no resentment, no anger towards them. You just let them go. You release them and you release yourself of that guilt, that shame that you carried, whatever you carried from that timeline, and you let it go and you send love to yourself as well. It is very important to send love to ourselves in such situations where you're healing yourself, because then it ripples into the you now, and then you will realize that the throat starts purging itself and it starts clearing yourself. It starts clearing itself, and you'll be able to vocalize and be honest to yourself and honest to others around you, where you'll be a beautiful expression of yourself, of your true self. So you go in and you look at each one of those symptoms, the headache. Oh, is it really an ascension symptom because my head is blocked, or is it because I've been on a computer and my phone all day? So you just assess that. And or you just feel that there is a throbbing pain somewhere, and then you see, why is this particular side of my head hurting? For example, it is the left side. Okay, higher self, why is the left side of my head hurting? And then again, your higher self will show you it's cloudy, or it has thought forms that you need to release. You're holding on to too much. And then you say, okay, I'm ready to let go. I don't need to be in fear anymore. You take a deep breath in through your nose, into your heart, and you exhale. I release it. I release those thought forms. I don't need to be in the cycle of them. I'll be in my heart and I'll receive an answer for the thoughts that I had. So that's how you just release it. You let it go, and you will notice that the headache will go away as well. And as you release the headache, the throat ache, and as you heal those individual segments of your lives, and sometimes you won't know what it is, it'll just be a past life. In that case, you just say higher self. So for example, if you've just heard your higher self say it's a past life, then you say, higher self, I want to send a huge wave of love and healing to the me in that past life, and anyone else connected to me with their higher self's permission, respecting and honoring all universal laws. And I want to heal myself in all time and space. And then that healing will ripple from that time and space, from that lifetime, into the you here, and you will start releasing it, and your throat chakra will open up, the sinus will start clearing, the headache will go away. And as this goes away, the light codes will fit in easier, and they will activate you further. So that's what the light codes do, and that's what ascension symptoms essentially are. And that's why during such days, portal days, people feel heightened energies. So either someone could be feeling exuberance, like I said, or they could be feeling exhausted or aches and pains. You follow in and you see what is happening there, and you will find an answer. And you'll know exactly whether it is an ascension symptom or it is just a pain, a regular pain that just needs to be released. This is all self-work. This is all self-empowerment. And the love that you'll feel for yourself, the empowerment that you'll feel from it, the activation you'll feel from it, is going to be so powerful that it's going to light up your path for the rest of the timeline that you're in. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share about as far as ascension symptom goes. This is as far as the individual symptoms go. And then sometimes what happens is, as we've also volunteered. So for example, if someone has a lot of throat issues, they might have volunteered to also hold space for Earth and the collective of Earth, because they're starseeds, because they can do it, because that was a part of their role. So sometimes it could be individual. Yes, you're healing yourself, but because you're healing yourself and you had that trauma in your throat, you knew you were carrying it, you also volunteer to heal it for the collective and Earth. Therefore, it gets magnified sometimes, and that's why it's excruciating at times and debilitating sometimes for people. But it's okay. You can heal it. You can heal it naturally. So you just go in, and you know that you're holding it space for yourself individually, and at the same time, as you're healing yourself, you're also healing the collective. So you also send a huge wave of love to the collective and say, may the throat chakra of the collective lighten up, may it heal, may all the traumas of the collective be healed. Call in your guides to help you for all of this work that you do for the collective. We're not alone. We have our beautiful galactic soul families, the benevolent galactic soul families aiding us. The angels are here, gods, goddesses, whoever you work with as your beautiful benevolent spirit guides, call them in to aid you, and your work will be much easier. It'll be much lighter, and you won't really feel it. You'll really glide through it. So that's how it is. And then thirdly, there are some people who have healed it for themselves, and they are able to anchor in those energies to heal Mother Gaia and to hold space for the collective. And so they bring it in within themselves. So suddenly during these heightened times where you should be feeling exuberance, some of us could be feeling sad and feeling a lot of energies in the heart, or just crying through the day. And at that time, you can again go within and see what it is you're feeling. Is it individual? Is it collective? Is it Mother Earth? And you will receive your answers. And it is best that you receive your answers on your own, because you are your best guide. You are your own guru. You are your own help. You ask yourself that answer and you will receive it. And then you trust yourself and you heal that. So most likely you might then just be holding space for the collective to heal Mother Earth and the collective. And then you just give love to the pain and the sadness that you feel in your own heart. And that's how you heal the collective. You heal that pain in your own heart. You don't just leave it there. You heal it because it's meant to be healed. Okay, so this is something the Divine Mother taught me. She said, because it happened with me one time, I think it was years back when I just woke up to child trafficking, human trafficking that was happening. And I always knew that a little bit it existed, but when it came into, my awareness of how deep and deep rooted it is, and it hit that chord, I had sleepless nights because of the pain that I felt for it. And that's when Divine Mother said, she said, don't just sleep that pain off. Don't just go off to sleep thinking it'll heal by itself. You need to now, and that's how she was teaching me. She said, you need to sit up in your meditation and you need to heal your heart. You need to heal the inner child in you. You need to heal the child version of you that perhaps sometime at some point might have gone through that experience, and also then send in that healing to all the children involved, all the people involved, so that everybody heals from that pain, from that trauma. And as you do that and you cry, you use your tears, you use your emotions, you don't just buckle them up saying, oh, now I'm in 5D, I shouldn't be feeling these emotions. We have to honor our emotions. You let them flow through you. See which chakra they're sitting in. You let them flow and see why it's sitting there. Okay, so it could be an emotion of fear or sadness, but that sadness could be sitting in your womb, and maybe not so much in your heart, but also your womb, also your root chakra. So you need to tap in and talk to your body, talk to yourself, and you will receive the answers. And so some people are also holding space for the collective and for Mother Earth, and pretty much going in sync with Mother Earth, whatever she's feeling. She's on a high, she's sad, or she's resting. We just tap in. And the more we're connected with her, the more we feel her, the more we feel the collective. And it is a beautiful place to be, because we are truly in service to others. And that's why we came here. We came here to anchor these beautiful energies and to remember ourselves. And as we remember ourselves, as we heal ourselves, this healing, these sacred light codes, as we get activated, if we've done our shadow work or our inner healing more than the person sitting next to us, when we are next to them in a crowd, at a park, in a train, or a mall, wherever you are, or at office, you are activating and healing that person organically and naturally, whatever the person's higher self allows. And that's how it spreads. And that's how we hold space for others. And also a lot of these healings, a lot of these light codes, when they're coming in at night in Delta brainwave, when we're sleeping, we leave our body. Part of us is here, but our consciousness is out, being the multidimensional version of us, and we connect with all the multidimensional versions of us. So there could be a you sitting at the Pyramid of Giza as a portal guardian. There could be another you in one of the Atlantic Oceans holding the key to Atlantis. There could be another you on the outer layers of Earth being a protective portal guardian again, or an activator, or a healer. So we connect with all the us there. We make like quick dashes and see what's going on there. And we exchange knowledge and wisdom. We get downloads, we get upgrades. And also we do the work with them while we're with them. And therefore, when we wake up in the morning, sometimes during these days, we feel exhausted. That's because you worked all night as the multidimensional version of you that you are. And therefore, as you feel it, make sure that you honor yourself and you listen to your body. And you listen to your body and you tap into why you're feeling. And I recently, my personal experience, Serge, I would love to share if it helps you as well. I was feeling exhausted just before the super full moon. And also it felt like everything was going by very fast, yet it was very slow. That's an oxymoron. So what I was feeling about a week back, just before the super full moon, was that time was speeding up. Like everything was spinning and going very fast. Yet at the same time, it felt like nothing is happening here. Everything is like so quiet, which is an oxymoron. And I wanted to understand that concept better. And I asked for a dream at that point. And in my dream, they showed me that there were all these timelines running, and I could see all these roads. They showed me timelines. They always showed me timelines as roads. So I saw they were roads. They were like highways. They were roads running, and I was at the center, kind of like the divider, but I could feel all of these timelines. I could feel all of them because they were fast. Everything going on those timelines were super fast, supersonic speed. For some of the things, I couldn't even see what the cars looked like because they were going like zoop, 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 kind of like those trains in Japan, like really fast. And as they were going, I was at the center and I could feel all of those timelines, and I could feel the me there working in all those timelines. And I remember in my dream, there was someone else with me who was younger than me. And I think that, I don't know if I was mentoring or I was helping that person. I was holding her hand and saying, it's okay. All of these timelines are speeding up and they're going really fast, so that we are done with them and we move on to the next chapter. And we learn experiences from each one of them. And all you need to do is just anchor in, stay calm, stay peaceful, and stay balanced. And I was just teaching her how to balance. And I taught her how to stretch her legs in a warrior pose and stand there anchoring that energy. And it was really beautiful. And that's what next day Archangel Michael explained the concept to me of how the timelines were speeding. And he said, actually, the time, we can't say time because time only exists here, but for us to understand, time has sped up. It is moving really fast. The year is going really fast. And so it's a beautiful thing. We're just getting to do everything that we have to do, but at a faster rate, though it doesn't feel like that. So going fast without feeling that it's going fast sometimes. So kind of like an oxymoron. So as we do that, and that's why in the morning, sometimes you wake up and you're like, what just happened? Because you visited all those timelines and you were helping the other use in those timelines, gather up speed, balance, meditate, calmness, and using all your gifts, all your abilities, all the wisdom that you hold within your soul. Now is the time to remember it and to bring it up and to activate it and to trust ourselves the most that we have ever done. And remembering always that it all starts with self-love and self-honor. We have to remember that we are worthy. Worthy is not even a term we should be using, because everyone is worthy. We are all equals. Just remember that. So remember to love yourself, to honor yourself, and tap into your mind, body, and soul, into your emotions, into your feelings. And on days when you feel you don't want to do anything, then that is your body telling you to rest. Then it is okay. Don't push yourself to, unless you have some deadlines to meet, don't push yourself to just always be doing something. There are times that we need to recognize that are needed for rest, for rejuvenation, for putting our feet up, for relaxing, taking that trail in the mountain, going to a lake, an ocean, and just putting your feet up and relaxing, connecting with yourself. And as you connect with yourself, with your inner self, you receive your inner knowing, more activations, heightened abilities, and you connect more with Mother Earth, because it is in the silencing of our mind and going and listening to the whispers of our soul that we connect with the whispers of Divine Mother Earth's soul, because our heart is connected to hers. And how can we connect with her heart if we're not connected to our own? All right. So I hope this helps you all. I send you all infinite love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you all do, each one of you. I'm grateful for every single person, every single soul that has crossed my path and is going to continue crossing my path. And I love you all, and I send you infinite love and blessings of peace, love, abundance, happiness, joy, activations, healings, whatever it is that you need. May your higher self and the guides help you with it. Thank you. I love you all.